Look, guys, so, when you're dealing with certain people, and people like to mess around a little bit too much, they know exactly what they did. Whenever you look at them a certain way, because they did something wrong, they know what they did, even though they play it off as if they don't even, they play stupid. They play stupid in the sense where it's like, they really did you wrong. And they play dumb. As if they didn't do what they actually did, but they did what they did. If that makes sense. And if you've never been in a situation like that, it might not make sense, but for the ones that have, you know what I'm talking about, you know where I'm coming from. And you should not deal with people like that. Because why would you? You cut them off silently. No explanation, no anything. And you look past them. And you get on with yourself and your life laughing. And that's how it goes down. Because people like this, they're time wasters. Not only of your time, but they're disrespectful to others, to other people's time. They're disrespectful to their own time. They have no value. To do the things that they do, they clearly have no value. They don't value themselves, they don't value you, they don't value anybody. So to get caught up into a person like that, to get caught up with a person like that, it's probably going to anger you a little bit, because you're going to see the truth of what just happened in that situation with that person. And that's when you cut them off silently. There's certain things that happened with me and a few individuals many times in the past. I saw what they did. I didn't have to explain myself, because I knew how stunned they were anyway. When you might not see it at first, you're going to see it whenever something dramatic happens. And that's when you know who they are, and it's like, I'm not even going to waste my energy. Oh, you did this, this, and this. No, just cut them off. Okay, I see who they are. This is pathetic. All of my life. And that's how you have to carry yourself in a situation like that, because they're not worth your time. They got a lot of work to do. A lot of work. And I don't really want to sit here and call them worthless, although their actions at that specific time was obviously worthless. You have to let them go. Sometimes it takes people like that a lot of lessons for them to even grow up a little bit. Sometimes you got to be the lesson that they needed to grow up. Could be a friend, could have been an ex, could have been anybody, could have been a family member. But you don't want to be around people like that. You just don't. It's going to throw you off. It's going to piss you off. Because you're probably a person with high value, high morals. You care. You care about yourself, you care about your life, you care about the people in your life. You just care. Because if you don't care, you're going to live a mindless life. Oh, I don't care. You shouldn't care for certain things that happen. Like maybe with other people. But you should absolutely care about yourself, about your life, about what you do. Because if you don't, you're just going to let life slip by without actually doing something significant that could raise your quality of life. And dealing with people just like this, it's the opposite of what's going to happen. Your quality of life goes down. Your quality of life is based on the people you have around you. And that's a fact. So, my motto is this, because I didn't always have successful, ambitious, straightforward, healthy people around me. I had to literally isolate for years before I could get anybody. or be in touch with anybody that's significant, that has high value, that actually knows what's up. And it's a tough process to be in. It's not easy. So my motto is isolating until you can get rid of all those people. Level up so high that now you're just on that level of everybody else that's up, not down, up. That's where you gotta be. You really, like, life is so much better without those lower value people. It doesn't mean they don't have potential to be high value, because it's all about your intentions. You are only as good as your intentions. That's it. And if you want better, you need to eliminate the people that don't have great intentions, because they're just a little bit too lost, not ambitious. They're not eager to get more out of life. They're looking to only benefit in the now, only to have fun now, to waste time now, to fill themselves up with dopamine right now. It's the now, now, now. It's not suffer now, live like a king or a queen later. They don't know what that is. They don't. So if you really want to get the W, you know what you got to do. And don't even explain yourself to these type of people. They know what they did to you. They know the wrongdoings that they did to you. They know all these things. And it's funny to see the look on their face whenever you will not let them come back. When you're dead serious now. You had enough of their BS. The look on their face says it all. And it's honestly a great feeling. Because you know they're nothing more than a burden. Liars. They lie and manipulate in everything. You're always going to come across people like that. And it leaves you just pissed. Even talking about it angers you up a little bit. It's just a shitty feeling. And another motto that I have is like, time wasted, man. It's you can do me wrong right now. You could come walk into my place right now. You could say mean things to me. You could do whatever you want. It's not going to have much of an effect. But if you literally manipulate me, which is almost damn near impossible to this day. But if somebody tricks me into doing what they want me to do, when they made it look like it was something good, but it was not, and you wasted my time. I put so much time and effort into something or somebody with no results. That's when I get real mad. You better get out of the house right now, because the roof's about to blow off. Like, that's how mad I get. It's that wasted time. There's nothing worse in the world, guys, than wasted time. You waste 4 years on a relationship partner to benefit them, and they leave and go to somebody else to then use them, and then to come even back to you, and then you slam the door in their face. Or you're with another person for a whole year. Once again, wasted time for a full year. Didn't feel bad. Didn't feel sorry. They just wasted your time. Nothing more is going to piss you off more than that, and especially somebody like me, because I'm very productive. I mean everything I do, like, with a passion. Everything I do has my intentions are fully invested into certain things. And when I don't get what I put in, I'm not a happy sailor. Because I feel robbed. I feel like I got stolen from. And it's just that's how everybody feels. That's how you're gonna feel. It's not just me. But with me, I really value time. A lot more than a lot of people. And you could be a person too that you value time just as well as I do. And you can never get it back. Let's say you live for 100 years. Someone wastes your time for 1 year. That's a whole year out of 100. That's actually a lot of time when you think about it. It really is. And it was wasted on a person that doesn't even have a soul. That has nothing. Like you invested into something that was so empty. And they know what they did. Because that was their plan. So they manipulated you into that. But like I said, these things could never happen to me to this day. Because I know where value is. I was way too naive. I cared way too much when things like that would happen. The person I am now, it just cannot happen. It can't. As soon as I see what's going on, the second I do, it's game over. And you're never going to get another chance with me ever again. And you're going to regret it. Because every single person that did regretted it. You come back to me, I'm going to make you regret it. And you're going to know. Never make that mistake again. With the next person. Never. You're going to hurt so bad from that. You're going to... you're going to be so mad at yourself that you're never going to make that mistake again with the next person. Never. Because you know what you missed out on. And that's what you got to do to these people. If they did it to you once, if they did it to you twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, they will do it again. And they're going to do it to somebody else. Whether you think so or not. It has nothing to do with you in general. Rather so, it has everything to do with them. So, it's a person like that, man, they can bring you no value. They have such low value that they're sponging off everybody else's value to bring themselves up just a little bit. Because they actually bring nothing to the table. They're so low. They're so empty with nothing. They can bring you nothing. So, kick them to the curb. Continue on. Work twice as hard on yourself in this case. Get your time back. Put in those hours. Put in all that time. And do what you know you have to do. Because there's nothing like wasted time, man. I'm telling you. There's nothing like it. And it's so frustrating when your time is just gone. That time you invested, it could have blossomed into something so amazing. And there was just nothing ever there. It's like equivalent in a different way to, like, let's say you love weed. You're a person that loves smoking weed. You planted seeds. You grew this massive stock. And you just seen the buds. It was damn near about to, like, it was almost time to start picking off your plants to get your weed. And your plants die. Something happens. It all goes wrong. All your plants, all your bud, just done. No good. And you invested into that plant for a long time. You watered it every day. You took care of it. You invested into it. You used money. You used your time. And it ends up being rotten. There was nothing ever there. But you couldn't see the final outcome because you had faith that this is going to work. Everything looks good. Even the plants, they look great when you were growing that tree. Or not the tree, when you were growing the plant. It looked amazing. The buds looked amazing. All up until the final result, when you see it was all nothing to begin with. There was just nothing ever there. You did everything perfect. And done. You lose everything. Devastating. Leaves you just speechless. And you get to the point where it's like, you know what, F this. I'm never growing those plants again. This sucks. Because I wasted money. And my time. The exact same thing when you waste your time with people. Could have been friends. You invested in them. You took them through drive-thrus. You bought them stuff. You guys vibed. It was all good. You bought them things because they couldn't provide for themselves because they're broke. A relationship partner. You gave them so much time and attention. You invested out of your time. You gave them your good energy. Lots of attention. Made them feel good for as long as they could use you for. Done. So it's things like this, man, and in all these situations, I'm telling you, these individuals know what they did the whole time. And you're going to be the one that's left pissed. Because you benefited them almost like a father figure. You took care of them. And they bit the hand that fed. And that's why you never give a person like that another chance ever again. Never. They're going to come back. They're going to come back. And you slam that door. They just have no respect. They have no respect for themselves, for anybody else. They could care less if they badly hurt you. Waste your time. And the big thing for me, and if anything I personally went through, it was my time that I was pissed about. Like, wow. You wasted my time. Thanks. Now I'm pissed. Now I'm going to work 3 times harder. I'm pissed. And that's it. So I know a lot of you guys can relate to this video, so I decided to do this one today and give it to you as raw, uncut, and unfiltered. And that's it. So on to the next.